Gangadharaya Namaha. Today we will start with Abhisheka Priyaya Namaha. Om Abhisheka Priyaya Namaha. With your mics muted, please chant at your own place along with us. Om Abhisheka Priyaya Namaha. 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 Our Shiva is called Abhisheka Priya. One of his name Abhisheka Priya, because he is one of the deities, one of the uh, gods who is the most easiest to please. What do you need to do? Just take a little bit of chilled water or regular water, whatever water is available to you, and offer it on the Shivalingam. And the advantages of doing that is, when you offer water to the Shivalingam, not only does it bring calmness, it's called tampaniya in Kannada. Means a certain amount of coolness to you, but because you're doing it to Shiva and he's the Vishwanatha, the whole Srishti the whole universe gets some amount of calmness, peace, a certain coolness to itself. So we have 24 more days of Shravan. Today is the fourth day of the 28 days, so we've got 24 more days. Please take some time and take the do the effort to offer Abhishek to Shiva. You can do it at your house, and much better, I would like to encourage you, after doing it at your house, go to a temple, some Shivalaya close by, and offer some water. You'll be able to do it more generously in larger quantities, and it'll bring calmness and goodness to all of us. The second chant that we're going to do now is Om Trinetraya Namaha. That is the one with three eyes, of which one eye is mostly always closed, except in some exceptional cases or circumstances and situations. This middle eye is always closed, and of the two eyes, when Shiva is meditating upon himself, we don't believe in shunyata, because in the Sanatana Dharma, in the Vedic texts, there is no such thing as shunya, null, void. There is no such thing, because we believe in Sarvam Shivayam, Shivamayam, and Shivam Sarvam. So even the space which is a Chidambara Swarupam, Akasha Tattvam, is all filled with Shiva. There is no place where he doesn't exist, where he is not present. So there is no such thing as shunya. People use it for their convenience to uh, denote minusculity or void. But in creation, there is no such thing. So now we'll say Om Trinetraya Namaha. 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 In most of the photographs that we see of Shiva, not in the Linga Swarupam, but in the Sharira Swarupam, with the face and the body, we will see the middle eye, the third eye is closed, and both the eyes are half shut. That's because he's always uh, indulging in his meditation, which is upon himself. He can't meditate on anybody else. There is no one beyond him. So he's meditating on himself. And he also involves himself in all our lives on a day-to-day basis. So his eyes are half closed because as much as is focused within himself, so he's focused on the world, which is our world, not the world around us. Now, the third name we are going to do is Om Neelakantaya Namaha. Neelakantha, we all, I'm very sure, know, but just for a minute, I'll tell you what it means. One of the 16 Ratnas, or one of the 16 outcomes of the Kshira Sagara Mantana, was Halahala, the most deadly poison. So that toxicity, that poison had to be kept somewhere. And it had to be kept in a way that it wouldn't destroy anything else. It would destroy, annihilate anything and everything on its path. So Shiva took it, as Parvati asked him to do, for Loka Kalyana, for the well-being of the whole creation. And he held it, he's still holding it in his kanta, in his throat. And that makes his throat bluish. So he's called as Neelakanta. Thanks to him, we have our world today. We have our existing today. So we will praise his name, Neelakantha. Om Neelakantaya Namaha. 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 Now the fourth name that we are going to chant, then last time for today, would be Om Sthanave Namaha. Today evening I was chanting it with Shloka and Samhita, both of them, both of my sisters here in the room, and we had a wonderful time. I'm sure that the Lord will bless us again with the same bliss, maybe a bliss that's more in depth, more bountiful. So we'll chant Om Sthanave Namaha. Sthanave means the God, the Lord Shiva, who has no place to maneuver, no place to move. Why is it that he has no place to move or he can't move? Is that because when we say Sarvam Shivamayam Shivam Sarvam, it means that everything that is the void of this space until the space inside our abdomen, our nostrils, our sinuses, every place is filled with Shiva. So where can Shiva be? The only place he can move to is where he is not, and there is no such place where he is not. So that is the what you call Sarvantaryami, one of the other name of Shiva. He is present everywhere. There is no place he is not present. So we will chant Om Sthanave Namaha. Please, with your mics muted, do chant, and I'm sure we'll all enjoy it. Om Sthanave Namaha. 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 Thank you everyone for joining us for this chanting. Those who are okay with chanting for another 2-3 minutes, we will chant once again the name of Arunachala Shiva, which we did day before yesterday on the second day. Because Lord Arunachala means Aruna and Achala. Aruna is the Lord who is in the form of the red bright mountain in Tiruvannamalai. He is called Arunachala. And why is it Achala? Not only is he red, but he doesn't move from there. He is stable, sthir. Until the last pralaya, he is sthir. So he is stable there. That is the reason he is called Achala. So the name is Aruna Achala is Arunachala. So now that we have done Sthanahu, maybe a few minutes of Arunachala, and then we'll wind up. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. 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 Aruna Achaleshwara. Aruna Achaleshwara. Aruna Achaleshwara. Shambho Shankara. Hara 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 Mahadeva. Namastasya, Namastasya, Namastasya Mahadeva. My namaskarams to all of you. Thank you for joining for this Nama Jap of Shiva in this auspicious Shravana Masam. Now, if anyone wants to have a word, tell something, share something, you can just do it now.
Yeah,
you can unmute your mic.
This you said meditation, like shunya concept is not there.
Yes, yeah.
So what is the like people go and sit for vipassana and all this. So like they try to still their mind. But what I've understood is that stilling the mind means there are no thoughts. Is it necessary that there is a connection with God? So something like that I understand it. So maybe you can clarify.
I will tell you my point of view, Floyd, because many may not agree with it, and I'm fine with it. This is my belief, my take, what my Guruji had taught me. One is shunya. When the word shunya is described, it is described for null, for voidness. If you have 10 apples, for example, and if it is taken away from you, you don't have the apples anymore. So that is shunya, mathematical meaning of the word shunya, zero. Then comes dhyana. Why many people associate shunya and dhyana? Na? One is emptying the mind of all thoughts, making it devoid of thoughts. That's possible. Now, when we say dhyana in the dharmic context or in the Vedic context or the Puranic context, now what we mean is focus. Like we tell kids, na padhai pe dhyan do. So what does it mean is focus on your studies or whatever you're doing at that moment. Be completely involved and engrossed in it. Put your whole self into it. That is dhyan. So we would have understood that people have been chanting the name of Brahma or Vishnu or Maheshwara, Parameshwara or Shiva. Like they always say Om Brahmaya Namaha. Or so when we say Om Brahmaya Namaha, to begin with, it may just be the Brahma. But as you start doing it, and as you already know that Brahma has 11 heads, sorry, Brahma has 4 heads. So you will recall the face of Brahma with his 4 heads, hands holding the Vedas. In the same way, when you say Namah Shivaya, you know, is the Shiva in the form of the Linga Swarupam, Mangala Swarupam, or the way that we can imagine Shiva with 3 eyes, a jata, the Ganga flowing over from the jata, falling on his body and flowing ahead. So this is what dhyana means. Now you focus on your Ishta Devata. Like if I'm doing Om Bham Bhairavaya Namaha, I'll focus on Bhairava. That is what it is. Or Namah Shivaya, then it is the Shivalingam that comes into the vision. Now, even if your eyes are closed, so you're thinking of that Shiva in that form. So that is dhyana is what. But when we say what you call when you say shunya, many people want to associate shunya with nothingness that is void of the akasha tattvam. But Shiva is everywhere. Even that akasha itself is Shiva. Shiva is in the form of that akasha, that limitless, boundless space, the Nataraja Swarupam. So this is what I believe in. That we always focus on our Ishta Devata or the name that we are chanting or the mantra that we are chanting on. And as far as Shiva is concerned, he has to focus only on himself. He has to relish himself. He has to be in bliss within himself because there is nothing beyond him. So Shiva is always blissful by himself. And we find our bliss in him.
So some people, they say now, there are a lot of modern interpretations. So they say you are doing japa so that you can still your mind.
No, we don't do japa because we want to still our mind. Because you can still your mind on any one thing. Like I said, reading a book, be completely engrossed, involved in it. So that's one thing. We will do japa so that we focus our mind, we focus our thought, and we enhance our recall capability on our Ishta Devata. Like that just now, I think we spoke about this day before yesterday when we said one of the easiest ways to attain moksha, or at least head towards that path of attaining moksha, is Smaranat Arunachala. If you are able to recall Arunachala, the name Arunachala, the Parvata, the hill Arunachala, the attributes of Arunachala himself, that is good enough for us to open the passage for moksha. So that is why we do. What is moksha? Being one, becoming merging with our deity, with our Ishta Devata, with the Paramashiva, with Parameshwara. So that is the one. That is how we do this. So why do we do this? When I think of chanting Arunachala, the one reason that I do is I love that place, I love the hill. That it's a phenomenal, in terms of what you feel there, the way you can easily be more involved in bhakti. That is one. And the second thing is when it says Smaranat Arunachala, so that when our last time come, when the end time comes for this body, we are capable in our mind to think of Arunachala, Arunachala, Arunachala. That is one of the reason we do that. We all know that the rishis did the dhyan, not the jap, the dhyan. It was one. It was never separate. The more jap you do, the more your dhyana is on your ishta devata, and to seek the blessings, to seek the blessings, and to please our God. It is like you're in love with your God. It is not to gain anything sometimes. It is just because you are in love, you offer the best that you can, which is your mind, which is your self, which is your own heart.
Okay. And this Abhishek you mentioned,
Yeah.
uh,
Abhishek
so
Priya, that's one
Abhishek
of his
in
names.
Goa, I don't see many places where you. So is it you have to do it, or even the priest can do on your behalf? Because Goa, they don't allow you to go inside and do it.
In Goa, personally, I've requested God knows how many times. They never allow you to perform the Abhishek yourself. When I say Abhishek, even just offering water, not even touching the shivling, they wouldn't allow it. Now they will have their own reasons, their own maybe tradition or culture. But Shiva is Bhole Baba. He is the easiest one to please. He has really not until you have done something too much. He's not someone who gets aggrieved easily. Now, how many times do we know that Shiva was aggrieved? Now he is known as Bhola Shankara because he's so giving. He's so easily pleased. But yes, we do have that issues in some places, some cities, in some parts of a country. We can't help it. But if you come to today, I'm in Ujjain now. So many Shivalingas, I did the Abhishekam myself. Here they don't stop you. Even in the Jyotirling, they don't stop you. No? Just imagine he's Shiva himself here. No, he's Pratyaksha हुआ है, and some places they just don't want you to do it, and we can't help it. No, we are not in control. We can't do anything about it, so we accept it, and we go to temples where they allow us. Hopefully, very soon we should have a temple in Goa, a Shivalaya, where anybody without any restrictions should be able to come and offer their abhishekam. Maybe in a year or couple of years time, God willing, he will make the way.
Yeah. And the Shravan, why is there an association with eating only veg food or something like that? Especially here, I don't know, all parts of India, I think they associate only eat vegetarian food and things like
Yeah, because sattvic food will help you keep your other aspects of high energy activities in control. Sattvic food
that.
also helps you in being able to, like as we just spoke, focusing is easy. uh,
Mm,
you're not overtly energetic, so what happens is you're calm, you're composed. uh,
mm,
बहुत ज्यादा उछल कूद नहीं होता है. When I say उछल कूद, when I say this dilly dallying, I mean sometimes this excessive energy now leads to some rajasic or tamasic acts that can be controlled, that can be contained. That is the reason.
mm. Okay. Mm. Yeah. So I think if anyone else has something, they can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up. Okay. So I think
Okay.
we'll share the links to the group,
Yeah,
and if you want, you can post it to Facebook or anywhere else,
I'll do that.
and others
I
can
don't
also.
know.
Yeah.
We'll do it. Right. Thank you. Om Namo Narayana, everybody. Thank you for joining. I hope to see all of you tomorrow night again at 9 p.m. Om Namo Narayana. Shivaya Namaha. Arunachal.